Wow. Technology at its best. Well, now that we hit record, we are finally gonna sit down and have this conversation.
Excellent.
I think it's been a long time coming. We had about a 20-minute conversation before we hit record, and I'm sitting there going,
Hey, it
"Wow,
was
that
it was great. It was
it
great.
was a great conversation." I got to know Tom, right? You said Tom. What
Yes,
is what they
sir.
call you at work? I got to know Tom. You guys know him on Twitter as Forge from Fallout. That's his handle on Twitter. That's how I got to know him. Just like Big V with the last week's episode. Same thing with this one. I meet these guys over Twitter. We have a quick discussion on Twitter, and it's just one of those things that we gravitate to each other. Um, Obviously, I'm an Xbox centric guy. I'm a gamer. This man here, same thing. But there's something about Forge from Fallout, Tom, that had me gravitate to him, and he doesn't know this, but he did well, actually we actually had a conversation. He had a Cheers video that he put up that made me laugh so hard that I viewed it over and over and over again. So if your views went up on that, that's because of me. I'm sorry, but I just kept
Thank
watching
you.
over and over again because it was just the most hilarious skit I've seen put together. And then I was wondering, like, what anything more coming out? I subscribed to the channel, like anything more coming out, and that's how we started that conversation. Then you started mentioning that you were bringing in that you were doing something else because something happened there. I'll let you talk about that, but that's
Yeah, yeah.
something else that something happened to that material, and then you had to do something else. But then the other stuff you created is special, very special. But I'm
Thank
gonna
you
let you
very
introduce
much.
yourself because again, this is 30 minutes of you. I want the world, I want whoever's watching these videos, whoever tunes in on this episode to know who Tom is.
Oh no.
Let's have some fun.
Of course,
Actually,
man. I love having
let's
fun.
do this. Let's do this. I'll do
Yeah.
this like I did last week. Let's do this.
Okay. Yeah.
Two truths and a lie.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Ah, I have.
I'm obviously gonna fail this.
Well, no, 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 no. Sorry, sorry. It's yeah, I gotta think about this.
It's okay. It's
Three
okay.
truths and a lie. Um, I'm 43 years old. I have actually been gaming for 41 years of that, believe it or not. I absolutely love my current job, truck driving. However, if I get the opportunity, I would love to do YouTube and content creation full time. Is that too too?
That's let's see. We got truck driver. Well, I don't. I think that's part of the content creating truck. So let's say truck driver, 43, and I believe you said you've been gaming since.
No, no. I am 43 years old and I've been gaming since for about 40 to 41 years.
Mhm.
And so I am also a truck driver. I love the job, and I would love to do YouTube full time.
I know the truck driving thing is not a lie because we've talked about. You mentioned this before. You truck drive, so no, that's not a lie. I know we've talked about content creating, so that's not the lie. So the lie is 43.
No, sir.
No, see, I
No,
told you to get it wrong.
I have been gaming on the Atari since I was 2 years old, man. I am 43
Wow,
years old, and I've been gaming on it since yeah, 1980, man. I
that's
was 2 years
us.
old, and yeah, I was
43,
playing
43
on
years
the
old.
Atari, playing just sitting there with my little thing with the little stick, and it's yeah, yeah. No, the I mean, it's true. I am a truck driver at the moment. The lie is I do not love it. I
I didn't
keep
even catch
what?
that.
Okay, the best way to describe how I feel about this is okay.
That's good. That's really good. You got
Everybody
me.
else. Okay, I gotta do it like this or whatever. Imagine yourself driving down the road there, and everybody else has got this nice truck right here. Okay, they got the bunk trucks. No, not me. I've got myself a thing called a day cab. Now, the day cab it has a nickname. It's called the rattle trap, and there's a reason why. Because you're bouncing around like this, and you're going like that. Imagine being a bobblehead inside of a mosh pit. That's exactly what it's like to drive a rattle trap. Sorry, it's
I don't know. I don't know if this is wrong or not, but every time I picture truckers, that's the voice that
it's
comes
my.
up.
I'm not. I'm not going to lie. That is a mad.
I don't know
I
if that's a
ain't
bad thing or
dumb.
not,
I'm
but
just a truck driver.
oh man, that's awesome. And then the content creating, and that I know because we spoke a lot about that
Yes,
in
sir.
the past, and we'll continue speaking about that. There's one of those things that you already know. I'm here to support. I started myself back in March, and I've been doing this since for a few months only. But the knowledge I've gained in the short few months I've done this for is amazing, and I cannot learn any more unless I share this information, this knowledge for me to grow.
Oh
That's just
yeah,
my
man.
thing. I've always had this thing in the job world, whether it's personal, business. I've always said, don't ever stop asking me. I tell my kids this: don't ever stop asking me questions, because if you do, you're robbing me of an opportunity to learn.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I've
I
always
definitely
said
agree
that.
with
It's like
that.
one of those things, man. It's like you have to for me, in order for me to excel and learn and grow, I have to teach out what I've learned myself, so that way I know that that person goes, "Oh, I get that, but how about if we do it this way?" Now we're both growing, and that's just an amazing thing in my world. I love that. So,
Oh yeah,
um,
definitely. Yeah.
what I want to do is, if this thing lets me, if technology allows it, I want to go ahead and play a clip of what I love, which is your newest content. Oh, you got a few episodes already in. I can't wait for the next one. But let's see if I can go ahead and play this without the technology side of it messing it up. Let me see if
Yeah,
I
for
can
sure.
cue this up right here. Let me know if you hear it.
Plate news. Scrape bottom so
It
you
might
don't
be
have to.
okay.
On a
I
serious note,
think sound is.
now can have creators across multiple platforms.
Oh,
So I asked
you're
my
not able
friends
to hear
and
it.
following to sell wishes to the spiffing Brit, an inspiration in the gaming community. Take the time you need.
Sounds like it's
We will
sounds like it's
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 a, it's a,
buffering or
it's a,
jumping or
it's
whatever.
technology.
Oh yeah, yeah. No. It's
Technology,
great when
but
it works.
world, you will get a chance to see this, because I am gonna actually I'm gonna put all these call that the links and all that is gonna be provided in description, so you guys can have a chance to actually check it out. But it's SPN. Uh, it's one of the best pieces of content I've seen in a long time. In this day and age, we see a lot of the whole console warring, and that's what sells now with drama.
Oh
But
yeah.
I like how you do this. You poke at it. You keep it light. I mean, Sony makes it too easy, but you poke at it and you make light of it. And it's one of those things where if you take this content serious, then you really need to go outside, like that TikTok says. You know, what are you doing? I'm outside. Where you're at, like all those things.
Go
So
touch
go
some
ahead. I'm not taking
grass.
up too much of this time, man. You speak. Go ahead. Tell me what got you to this point right here.
To do SPN, you mean, or
Yeah.
okay?
No, just
Well,
content in general getting you here.
oh, well, let's start from the beginning. I mean, I suppose I always had an interest for it, but just never really got into it. I was so busy watching everybody else and laughing my ass off because I love the memeing type gaming videos,
Yes.
as you've seen from my primary channel. That's what I was trying to aim for. But believe it or not, it was actually my kids who got me into this.
Those are the
So,
ones that do it. Yeah.
well, no, it's just I sit down and I watch whatever it is they watch. I play the same video games as them whenever they need help with something. I mean, but my kids came to me and they're like, well, I seen a picture and they're holding up a little sign that says, "I want to be like my daddy," and I was like, "Oh, well, that's great. That's awesome. What else do you want to be like?" "Well, I also want to be a YouTuber." Huh, how can I make daddy more cool?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
excuse me, sorry. So yeah, that's basically got me going. I mean, I always had an interest in it. But what led up to the whole release of SPN is I had released all my content. I've been around for a year, not really promoting it or anything like that. But all of my video data got corrupted.
Yeah,
As
we
I
spoke about this. Yeah.
Yeah, and as I showed Sensei there earlier, guys, I have one of these. It's an actual Xbox Seagate thing, and it's been working for me for like a year now for capturing content. and then it just got borked, and I was like, oh my god. Well, I'm already behind my other thing. It already takes me like 20 hours to do 5 minutes for my creation for the Cheers for Gears, because I love masking and manipulating and everything, um and then when that fell apart, I was just like, oh my god, what do I do?
Oh, it's devastating.
Oh yeah,
Devastating.
man. I was
Yeah.
just like, oh god, no, what
That's
are
all.
you doing?
That's all your content. That's all the stuff you're planning on using. It's
Well,
gone.
yeah, and
Hours upon hours.
I mean, I use
I would
a
imagine.
fairly cheap laptop, and I mean, I've got this thing here. So as far as having like backup and everything like that and storage space, it was like I'm rather limited. So everything has to be portable because again, I'm a trucker, so I head up north and stuff like that. So I got to bring it with me. So what led into SPN was this. Okay, okay, I got friends who do content as far as like podcasts and everything like that. Okay, that's great. But then it's kind of a case of well, I don't want to copy that, because as you can see, I have this lovely made for radio face.
You do.
So
You do.
I don't know how much
Compliments
people would
on
want
that.
to tune into this mug, okay? So I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? So I
Who
put
you
out.
kidding? I mean, come on, really?
Ah,
I had the,
you're beautiful.
the other day I had somebody tell me my hair, something about my hair blowing in the wind. I'm going, really? Really?
I, I,
You clearly don't follow me
yeah,
because I have no hair for wind to blow.
dude, one sec.
Yeah.
Ah! I just haven't shaved my head lately, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna put on my Deadpool hat. So,
We gotta
anyways,
represent. We gotta represent.
so okay, the way SPN came around, it was just like, well, I need something. I want to do. I'll do like a newscast, but what can I do it on? And it's just like, well, there's just always so much silly in the world, and so many,
Hmm.
especially too in our gaming community. There's so many people who are they take things seriously with their plastic boxes. I don't care. Xbox, Nintendo, Sony. It's just Sony makes it a lot more easier, especially some of the rather cringe stuff going on lately.
Which is weird because for a while it was the other way around for like 7 to 8 years.
Oh
Xbox
yeah, yeah,
won, and
yeah, yeah.
Microsoft made it way too easy for Xbox to get hit, memed, and everything. And then now here we are. It's almost like the tables have turned, and now it's the other way around. Now it's easiest. Not to say that Microsoft the Xbox Series doesn't have it has issues, but it's almost like every time Jim Ryan opens his mouth, it's easy. It's like, okay,
It's
he
like,
just did it
whoa,
this
wait,
week. It's
wait.
like, oh,
What
this
did you
is
just
so
say?
easy. So yeah, wait, you said this before. So, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I
Yeah,
digress.
no. It's all good, man. It's all good. So yeah, no. I was sitting there stumbling, and it's like, what should I do? So well, I knew about VTubing because I played around with the characters. Because I was going to actually use a VTube character eventually in one of my sets for my primary channel. But I was like, well, I don't know. So I decided to start designing this entire character with a personality, everything like that. I chose an animated. Well, before I get to that part, I mean, I was choosing an animated character because a lot of vocal people out there with some of the more nastier things to say
Mhm.
happen to have these little anime characters, right? So I put in a no context poll up going, how about one of those Japanese anime characters with the real deep voice? And everybody's like, whoa, wait, what? So the results were 68%. They were like, no, we don't want to see something like that. And I was like, okay, well, I'm still keeping the deep voice because there's a reason for that. But what should I do for my character? So I found this character as a part of the stock, and believe it or not, okay, I'm totally getting into Frankie's actual model character is a female. But
Really?
yes, and I was like, wait, no, this is too cool. I
Wait,
mean,
what?
it's kind of
Wait. Breaking news here
yeah,
on Sensei's Creative
I was
Corner.
just like, but Frankie's model is Leslie or something. I don't know what it is, but anyways, I was just like, no, this character really has no gender really. So I was just like, perfect. So yeah, no, I went with this character, and I bounced it off my wife and everything like that because there was a choice between this intergalactic furry and a character that looked like a warped Pokemon potato. Okay, I mean, maybe I'll bring that in there eventually too. But anyways, so as far as naming the character, okay, I had to make everything a joke. And if you read into it, it kind of makes sense as far as the programming is concerned. Because his name is Frankie Abasement. Okay.
Mhm.
So, Frankie, or to be frank, abasement or abatement, which abatement is like taking away from something, whether it's important or not. And then, of course, skid plate news, right? So, skid plates are usually on the bottom of something protecting everybody else or everything else, the more critical, important components. So so I came up with this character. I was like, I'm bringing a basement, and this is skid plate news, bringing you scraping the
There's the
bottom so
voice.
you don't have to. Yeah,
There's the voice. That's so cool.
yeah, I also use the voice changer, but part of the reason why I use the voice changer is there was an old character that used to appear on some of these radio things up here in Canada. He was known as the Champ, okay, and the
Okay.
Champ is basically a retired boxer who's so punch drunk that he misunderstands things. So yeah, you should check it out. It's pretty funny. I was like, oh, the Champ, yeah. Because it's kind of like, he'll hear his friends talking and they'll be like, so I hear Mrs. Champ put her tulips around Old Man McGinty's stump, basically planting flowers. And he's like, I says, pardon? Well, Champ, I seen your wife planting her tulips around Old McGinty's stump. Well, I lose it. I snap. And it goes from there, right?
The innuendo,
Oh yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
double,
exactly.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
mean, I grew up on Monty Python, Benny Hill,
Benny
everything
Hill,
like
yeah.
yeah, everything like that. So it's like, how do I wrap this all in here and also use like the innuendos and stuff like that?
By the
So
way, Matt Pyro wanted me to say hi when I met you. So
Pyro,
This
Matt,
is
how's it
I'm
going?
saying hello. You see, I am saying hello for you. I'm meeting him for the first time and saying hello for you.
I love you.
Matt's such a great guy, man.
Oh yeah, he definitely is.
We party chatted up a few times, and I don't know if you've seen him every time. He jokes on Twitter a lot, or every now and again, where he says that we have like 9-hour sessions on party chat. I kid you not. The first time I met him the first time he joined our party chat, we had the most I don't even, like, the most profound conversation we can ever have. Like, it was levels of deep, just life and just gaming and everything that we didn't realize. And my party circle, like, they already had logged off and I'm going to bed. And over here in Florida, it was already like 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. Now I didn't realize the time, and I'm talking, he's talking, and then we realized, where everybody else go? They had left already. Some went to work, some went to bed, and we sit here chatting it up. And it's funny because my headset, I have the Xbox wireless headsets. Though they give you a tone when they're dying, doot, 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 like a little tone. That usually means, okay, it's gonna die. Charge it up. It did that at the 2 o'clock a.m. mark, and I totally disregarded it. And it was about 6 in the morning, and it was still telling me, sir, I need charging. I'm telling you, I need charging. So here's a plug for Microsoft. After it tells me it needs to be charged, still 4 hours later, I was still talking to that thing. But
That is
yeah,
awesome. That is wicked.
Matt, we are long overdue for the party chat, man. That man is amazing. He's an amazing guy, man. Amazing guy.
Well, after seeing your podcast and seeing the way that he interacts with people and everything, I was like, these are people I can get along with. And me personally, I generally keep a lot of people at a distance, and it is more of a choice than anything because it's just like, because I get busy and I'm doing something, so it's not like I can easily maintain things, but I could drop in every Sunday and say hi in the YouTube chat to you and Logic and Matt and everybody. It is just I mean, this works, right?
It's important. It's important to us because at the end of the day, we all have life, and
Yeah, yeah.
we use these tools like Twitter and social media and YouTube and podcasting to get away from that reality. and do what we, and for that 1 hour, 2 hours that we're doing it for, just get away from it. But not only that, we pride ourselves in building a positive, welcoming community. So whenever you drop into our pod, whether you're new or not, when you come in there, automatically, hopefully, is what people are feeling, is that you're feeling this. Oh wow, I can say hi, and they're saying hi back. They're really talking to me, even the chat is welcoming. This is pretty cool, and that's all in part of to moderators like Matt, Turpin, who keeps everything going, Money, who keeps everything going in our chats, and make sure that everybody's okay with the conversations that we're having, things like that. We don't even allow words like ponies and like Xbox.
See, I've
don't
never.
because that's we never had to say that. This is actually something I never had to say, but nobody
this
does
is
it
just it.
anyway.
I've never tested it or anything like that because my mind doesn't go there when I'm there. I mean, when I'm on Twitter, which, believe it or not, I've only been on Twitter just at the beginning of this year or something. I had no use for it. So I was just like, you know what? I want to promote my stuff. I might as well jump on
Yep.
here, right? But
How long you been on Twitter?
Oh, geez. Was it since April this year, I think, maybe?
So brand new. This year was the first time you created the account?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
okay.
and then I jumped on there and I was like, well, I can promote my stuff because I was trying to do streaming and everything like that. But of course, I'm not overly worried about my viewer stuff. Believe it or not, if you actually look at some of my stuff, I'm just chattering away. Whether there's somebody in my channel or not, blah, 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 blah. So whether there's a person there or not, maybe they're gonna watch later. So so here we are. We're going down here, and I look over my viewer count, and it's like a bunch of bots. Okay, just keep playing.
I feel like that my Twitch channel. Like I'm in there and I'm streaming, guys. I'm playing a game.
Oh,
and then
brother,
and then I'm having this conversation. I look over, nobody's there. I'm like, and we're gonna keep having this conversation because as a kid I did the same thing anyways. I would
yeah,
have conversations
exactly.
with my friends, imaginary. I know they call that cuckoo now, but
Oh,
I would
whatever.
have
You know
imaginary
what?
friends when I was a kid, so I know how to. I can look. My wife has told me this before, and friends of mine, close friends of mine, and family members. I know how to. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I can hold the conversation to myself and
Oh
just
yeah.
keep it going. Like if I have something entertaining me, I can have that. Hey, Bob, what are you doing there? Nothing. Billy and you? I'm doing nothing. Robert, what's up over there? And I'm having these comments, and my wife will look at me like, "Who the are you talking to?" And I'm like, "Well, my chat." And she goes, "But there's nobody there. It's just me in the chat." I'm like, "Way to ruin my day." Now I gotta end the stream.
Pop. Oh no.
So yeah, man, it's this content creating thing is fun. If you allow it to get to you, though, it will get to you. But content creating is fun. One of my guilty pleasures is checking numbers and checking views and that kind of stuff. Not because it pushes me to be better or gets me down if it's down. Not because of that. I'm a big believer in if you don't watch your own content and you're not laughing at your own content or whatever your content is, if it's comedy, if it's gaming, if you're not taking away from your own content, if you're not watching and taking away from it, then how do you expect somebody else to watch your content and be okay with it?
Well, believe it or not, when I first started doing with the SBN and everything, well, I still do it. I'll drop. I'll start getting my episode ready, and by the time I even release it, I've probably seen it about 40 or 50 times
Mm-hmm.
because I'm trying to, and I've been improving and improving and improving based on how how much I'm
You're mastering
watching
your
it.
craft.
Yeah,
You're mastering your craft.
I don't know if I'd be called a master, but
No, mastering it and master is two different things. I have not mastered this at all. But
no,
the steps you take towards that is important, and part of that is watching your own content. I mean, it is.
well, I even after I've uploaded it, I'll watch it a few times afterwards, and it's not to get the viewer count up. It's just actually mentally, I'm going, okay,
I
yeah,
could do
okay,
this.
this is the
Do
part.
that. All right,
Okay,
go ahead.
no, I think that's funny, but mind you, I do laugh at my own jokes, but that's just me. I do this for me, and I used to share a lot of my videos with my kids, but I mean, with Frankie, it's a little bit different. He's a little more
Yep.
rough around the edges. I have to tell you a story about this.
Good.
My last episode, I had that Frankie plays, right, and that cheesy intro and everything like that, and I was like, okay, my kid's name Owen. He's kind of like my OCD type kid, right? Kind of. he got that for both me and his mother. Like the kid's gonna be doomed. He's yeah. Anyways.
Let's
Anyways,
hope she
I
never
was like,
watches.
hey Owen, check this out, right? So I pop this on and he's just looking at horrified. He's just and finally we get through it and I was like, well, buddy, what do you think? He goes, Daddy. I was like, yeah. He goes, that intro. Did you intentionally make it look like trash?
Wow.
Yeah, and I couldn't stop. I got tears rolling down my
Wow.
eyes because I am laughing so hard. I'm like, yes, I did. That is part of the joke. He goes, huh. Well, now it's funny.
When not was funny.
No, but
Well, he was thinking of
he's
you.
that
Like,
kind of
he didn't
he's
want to laugh.
yeah, he's that kind of kid though. It's just he's got to analyze things and understand it before it's funny. So, like I said, I mean, he's gonna be OCD and he's doomed. Okay, he's just like because he turned to me afterwards. He's like, because you're such a great artist, I didn't understand why you would have such a trash opening.
Oh,
I said, it's meant to be funny, buddy. It's just
well,
a cheesy
you're doing a good
drawing,
job. You're doing a
crappy
great job.
lyrics,
You're doing a
everything.
great job raising him. A great job.
Oh yeah, no. He's good. I mean, mannerisms, and everything. I could drop them off at one of my friends' house, and he'd be yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir. Even my littlest one. And but yeah, no. When he's talking to Daddy, he knows that I joke a lot. So I mean, sometimes I'll joke with him a lot, and he'll sit there. Are you being serious? No, you're not being serious. I can't help it. It's not my fault. I was born this way. That's what I tell
Jeez.
everybody. It's not my fault. I was born this way. Stop making fun of me. I'm 43 and I'm doing this and I'm loving it. Go away.
So exactly what I told my wife. You probably follow it, maybe not, but it's one of those things where my wife was. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for my family support. I wouldn't be like I mean, obviously I'm not. I didn't just go, hey, quit, and I don't have no more money. It was all planned out, but to have that support and have your family go for it, go for it. You know, let's see how far that takes you. At the end of the day, it's not meant to make money for me. If it makes money, it's a byproduct of what I love doing. That's a bonus for me, and that always feels good, you know.
Oh hell yeah.
But as far as making this a job, the moment this and me and Logic share the same consensus on this, the same mindset. The moment this becomes a job, is the moment we both decide to go. No more.
Yeah, peace
If
out.
it's not for fun no more, then what? I'm not gonna. I left work to do this because this was fun. I'm not gonna make this my work. It's just not the thing that I want to do. But man, content creating has been an adventure, man. It's been an awesome journey because if anything, at the end of the day, if I decided to unplug this, let's say after the show, I just unplugging the whole thing and saying I'm done with it. I've met some of the coolest, most down to earth, funny fucks, funny motherfuckers, and I'm gonna curse at that one, but
No.
like I've met some great fucking people doing this shit, you know.
Oh yeah,
and
man.
It's like I met Matt, I met you, I had Big V on last week's show, or the one that dropped on Friday. I mean, I've met so many. I mean, so many. I don't want to. I'm probably gonna get people mad and shit. Well, my name, but like missing. Like I've met so many people doing this that the gaming is not just. And this is why I don't understand I get the console warring, but the going past that, like the bashing part and getting personal. That's the part where it's like you got went too far with it because I've met people. If I don't know if you know this, but Big V, I met him through a back and forth on Twitter.
Really?
He's a Sony guy, but plays games. Also has Xbox. He has a Series S and the PS5. I'm strictly just Xbox. I don't have other than the PS4 Pro. I don't have nothing else PS4 in here. And I got the Switch, which is the kids, the wife. But that's how we met on Twitter. We met back and forth, a misunderstanding. You know, he saw one of my tweets. He thought I was anti-Sony, fans of the PlayStation, and he allowed me. He said, "Come on my show." I went on his show, and he allowed me to explain me and Logic. Logic went first, I went after, but he allowed me to explain, hey, it's not. I don't hate the gaming community. I just hate what Sony's doing.
I'm
It's a big difference.
I'm of
It's a
the
big
same
difference.
opinion. See, the thing is, a lot of people think that like when I'm going after like a Sony or a PlayStation or something, that I'm attacking everybody who plays the game, like plays it. No, 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 no,
No,
no, no, no, no. I don't care what plastic box you play on.
no.
My whole point, and a lot of the, I'll go around in circles and come back onto every once in a while, is it's the community, it's the toxicity in the community, and it's people will perpetuate this toxicity. And
Yep.
so I'm throwing a spotlight on this, going, see, this is what's happening. This is what I'm against, regardless of if you're a Sony fan, an Xbox fan, or Nintendo fan. It's just currently, I'm sorry, people who play on PlayStation or whatever, it may not be you personally, but there are so many people who it's just like, oh my
Yeah.
God, do,
Yeah.
do you not realize what you just
And
said?
let's not. I don't want to like make people who watch this. I don't want you guys to think that we're this is now becoming a Bachelor Sony episode. This is strictly. It's if you're on Twitter, it's the echo chamber, right?
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
it may look like all of PlayStation community is bad at what, like they're just horrible at being
No,
gamers.
no, no, no,
It's
no.
it's just a certain type that's on this Twitter on Twitter who creates this drama for no reason, just to stem stuff up. And I keep telling people these are all characters. They're all personas. These guys are out there. If you met them in real life, you had a conversation with them, you'd understand more of them. You understand where they're coming from. Optimus Code on Twitter, he's enemy number one for Xbox guys, right? But if you go watch his actual tech videos, his tech videos on YouTube, he knows what he's talking about when it
Mhm.
comes to tech videos. So I'm almost 100% sure that if I was to meet that guy, I would have a great conversation
Oh,
with
I
him.
have no doubt. I have no
Outside of
doubt.
Twitter, outside of this whole fanboy stuff, great conversation with him. It's just that what he does on Twitter, just like all of us, we have to have a persona, something to push our content forward, you know?
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so that's
Oh,
pretty much what, yeah,
I would probably get along with a lot of these guys in real
yeah,
life and everything. It's just in Twitter, it's just like, again, I might be doing multiple pieces on Optimus Code, but I'm not. I actually have nothing against the guy. I'll be putting things in from a perspective. It's like, is this what he's doing, or like, you know?
you got to. You almost got to take a step back and take not 1 minute or two, but 5 to 10 minutes before you say what you're about to say about what he's doing.
Yeah,
Yes, I agree. His content on Twitter is very toxic, very toxic.
yeah,
But get to know the guy, get to meet the guy, get to sit down. I think Jones had to sit down with him and had a interview with him, a conversation one on one, and we all found out that Jones is a military guy. So there's a lot
yeah.
of things there that we don't know about ourselves, but we are we attack ourselves on the console side. It's a plastic box,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. It's like
It is
it's
it's nothing
it's
to be
just a
fighting
piece of
over.
electronics, guys. Like,
Trust me. Those guys up there, the Phils and the what's his name, Jack, and they're all shaking hands, having lunch together, calling
oh
each
yeah,
other up.
yeah.
They're okay with what they're doing, man. It's just us that we're down here fighting for something. I don't know. This is weird.
It just always draws me back to that meme there of I think he was a hockey player or something like that. He's like, it's just a game.
It's just
Why you gotta be so mad? And that's what I think of when I see some of this stuff. It's like, guys, we're
all
all
right.
people here. We're all gamers in the end, right?
We've had a great 30 minutes, well, a little bit over 30
Oh
minutes.
no!
I don't
I'm
want people to
so
get
sorry.
jealous, but we had a great conversation today, Tom. I'm glad that I got to meet you today. I want you to stick around after we go off. We can have more conversation. I want to have more conversation with you, but for the purpose of this content, we'll just keep it at the 35-minute mark. I apologize for those who watched the beginning of it. The video I tried to play was really bad. I apologize for that, but I will have his link in the description on this video so you guys can follow him. Please subscribe to this man's channel. It is hilarious content. I
Thank you,
kid you
thank you.
not. He won't fail you. I can't wait for the next episode. Hopefully I can push him to bring it out sooner than later, guys. I'm
Yeah,
gonna try.
well,
We're gonna go off air. We're gonna
I'll try this weekend. I no promise.
See, we got something. We got something. I'll work
This
on
week,
that, guys.
yeah.
But other than that, man, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for taking the invite.
Thank you very much for
Um,
having me.
Of course, this is something that doesn't stop here. Conversation continues with us, whether it's on camera, off camera, in party chat, or whatever. You already know. And we exchange phone numbers, so you already know. You can always talk to me. You can know I'm open. Any questions you have about content creating, whatever I can assist you with, whatever I can, whatever knowledge I can drop on you, vice versa, all for it, man. But other than that, I'm gonna keep it at that. I'm gonna end it right there. And like I always say on all of the ending of my podcast, I want to say happy fucking gaming, guys.
Happy fucking gaming, guys.
Have a good one, guys.